I wanted to talk about some projects that I have. Some of these are years in the making. I thank you for subscribing and I thank you for watching. I hope you'll like us. I wanted to show you this. This is just literally a cheap $5 big box store knife. But somebody gave me a bunch of broken knives, and this was one of them. And I really just liked the design of the handle and the blade and the size and everything. And it was missing some screws that hold the back together. You're probably familiar with how they make knives nowadays, with just two sides and everything is just pinned together. So what I did was I actually took some popsicle sticks and some cardboard to make it fit, and I pushed it through there and drilled some little holes in it, and I took some copper wire that I had and I shoved it in there and peened it over, and I got it back into working position. And maybe a lot of work for a $5 knife, but now I keep it in my vehicle and I've got something to use if I need to. And it's really a sweet little knife, a sweet design, and heaven knows you can't beat $5. But that's a project that I did. And I have a friend who gave me this set not too long ago. He picked it up where he was shopping, and he thought I would enjoy putting together putting some handles on some steak knives. So he gave me a whole set of them. And as you can see, I haven't gotten around to them yet. They look like they're going to be great. I just have to spend the time figuring out what kind of handles I want to put on them and get it done. So that's a project I've got pending, and that's a fairly recent project that I have. Many years ago, probably in the last 15 or 20, I cut down a large kitchen knife to a style that I wanted to deal with in terms of blade shape, big belly, and I think I had a bone handle I wanted to put on this, but that's as far as I got before I got distracted by other things, and that's just the way life is. Just one of my projects. Way back in the day, I wanted a one-hand open knife, and I got lots of them now, but at the time I didn't have one, and I saw this advertised at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. It's called the Lady Colt. One-hand opening knife, liner lock. And one of the reasons that I got that is because I saw that the aluminum scales could be removed. They have screws holding them on. And so I could remove those scales. And what I've done so far, and again, this is years ago, I found some olive wood. That's what this is. This is some scales made of olive wood that are designed to fit this. I just never gotten around to making them fit on here. You can get olive wood out of stirring spoons and stuff. Look at flea markets and garage sales and people selling kitchen utensils, and you can find stirring spoons and stuff made out of exotic woods, like maybe a bamboo or something like this, olive wood. I just wanted to use olive wood, and I made those and just never got past that. But it could be a good knife one day if I get around to it. I got laying here what is called around here sometimes a cane knife, and obviously it just needs a handle. I have more chopping tools in my yard than I need, and I never got around to putting a handle on this, but a friend of mine gave that to me, and I still got it, and maybe one day I'll put a handle on it and have a good chopper for the yard. But that's something waiting to happen. I mentioned in one video about bone-handled knives. A friend of mine I made a deer leg bone knife for. Well, she was using a magnet to fish things out of bodies of water around here for a while, and she pulled these two knives out of a body of water, a public area, and brought them to me and see if I could do anything with them. And I don't know if you can see how beat up the edge is on this. This is labeled Elk Ridge, which I think is one of those catalog knives, and it's missing a finger guard, and the wooden scales are in horrible condition, but they'll pop right off, and I might be able to do something with that and get the edge back to shape. I just haven't got around to it. She also found this folder called the Lakota Little Hawk, and some of you may be familiar with the Lakota Little Hawk. This thing is in horrible shape, just packed with mud and stuff like that. But boy, the people who like their Lakota Little Hawk just love this knife, and it's a very stout, heavy-duty knife. The problem with this one is the lock. It's got a back lock, and it's broken. And I have no idea how to repair that. it's pitted really bad from rust and just being in the water. Who knows how long? I don't know how old this is, and so I didn't see how I could do anything with it. Uh, but I thought about pouring a bunch of JB Weld in there, making it a fixed blade knife instead of a folding knife, and then it's got a great handle shape. But project's just something to look at. And then not too long ago, somebody in the family gave me this sickle and wanted to see if I could put a handle on this. And so I happened to say, yes, it would be easy to put a handle on this. And it'd probably look a little bit better than duct tape, but hey, duct tape is great. Um, I decided I understand why plumbers have plumbing problems at home and mechanics' cars are always in need of repair, because all the knives in our house are in need of sharpening, because I know that I can sharpen them anytime I want to, and so I never get around to sharpening them unless I absolutely need to. And that's the way it is for me with putting a handle on this sickle. It won't be hard at all to put a handle on this. And I want to tell you something. I want you to think about something. Um, I'm making a knife for a friend of mine and putting wood scales on it. And this knife here, I may do something with. If you've got a knife that you don't like the handle on it and you want to change it, just cut it off. Just cut it down to the original steel. It's not hard to replace it with a new piece of wood and some pins, and just think it through. The same thing will be with this sickle. It'll be easy to take the handle off and see what I got for a tang and put a new one on there if I ever get around to it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll subscribe, like us, give us a thumbs up.